What about George Hewett's performance tonight, Jason?
Spectacular, back-to-back performance.
36 disposals, 1 goal, 10 clearances. He was a force in the middle.
Yeah, and this might be the one that his last couple of weeks might just get him over the line in the Blues' best and fairest. Hard to say how that's going to pan out, but this guy's been one of the few consistent players for the Blues throughout the course of 2025. And he's probably saved his best 2 games for the last fortnight of the season. Outstanding, Joey.
You summed it up, Jason. He's been consistent right from the start. I think his first month of the year was excellent, despite the team not winning, and he's held it all the way through. I think he probably would be winning their best and fairest, and he's one that can really hold his head up high with the way that he's performed week in, week out.
Harry McKay kicked 7 straight last week. It was sublime goal kicking tonight. 1 goal for Chief.
Well, that's the way it goes, doesn't it? He's a confidence player. When he's on a roll, he's great. Doesn't always get on that roll. That was a beautiful kick inside 50 there that he gets on the lead. So he's attacking the ball. I love the way he's presenting. His movement around the ground has been outstanding. He goes on long searching leads to give the defence that outlet kick, and then he's presenting it, the kickers that are presenting the ball inside 50. So there's a lot to like about the way he's moving. He just needs to continue to finish off when he gets the opportunities.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed he didn't fill his boots tonight. With the way the game was played and the defenders that he had on him, he could have really cashed in again for the second week to finish the year strong. So he'd be a bit flat with just the 1.
And our number 1 highest rated player on the ground was Frankie Evans. He is our KFC FLG moment of the match. And Jason, we really love what he's doing at the moment.
Again, his last month has been outstanding. He's got amongst the goals. So 1 goal from his first 5 games this year and then 12 from his last 5. So he's turned around. He's finding where he fits, which piece of the puzzle he is. And I look forward, if we get the chance to talk to Michael Voss, I want to ask him about this bloke, because it's almost like he's playing himself into the mix of maybe a new deal, because what he has shown us is that when he has the football in his hands, whether he's kicking for goal or delivering the ball to a teammate, he is very good at it. One of the few. They don't have many like him. Whether he can do that on a consistent basis, that's the challenge. But we've seen enough in recent weeks to suggest that there might be a good role for him.
He might have just mastered the art of being able to continue to sign a contract, because, you know, as I said, 11 goals the last 4 weeks, 5 goal assists, and he uses it really well. He's a good decision maker, and he's just looked confident to the back end of the season. Now, it's going to be another tricky one for the list management team, because he probably wasn't in, I wouldn't have thought, in the conversations up until the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Put him on 1-month contracts, I reckon. His plays
Well, what about someone like a Jesse Motlop? So he's another one I think might have been under the pump a bit because they've lacked a small forward presence. Yeah. Now, we've seen him at different stages go in the midfield. He kicked a clearance goal out of the middle, and he looked good. Can he do that against the good teams on a consistent basis? That's the challenge, I guess.
He went in there 11 times tonight. It was as good a game as I've seen him play for a little while. 22 disposals. His work rate was really good, Jason. That's what they need. They need a couple of these younger players to step up. They don't need any more clearance players. That's the thing. They're well stocked there. They just need some half-back flankers with some ability to cover the ground, like you're saying, that are lethal kicks, and maybe another spark forward.
The difficulty is, and Joe, you'd be aware of this too, how do you make these decisions based on performances against an undermanned Essendon? You've got to mark the performance down a little bit, I think, because there was no pressure out there tonight.
Spot on. You've got to take the whole season into consideration and what they've done. And Jesse Motlop's one that they've given a lot of opportunity to, but he's one that's also got a lot of upside. He's one of those guys that can take his fitness to a whole nother level and maybe can play a little bit through more that midfield and can run and provide some spark forward of centre, because at times he hasn't been able to get involved enough. That's been the knock on him, that he can't influence games often enough. So to see him finish strong, hopefully gives him confidence he can come back and go to another level with another pre-season.
Kingy Vossi spoke to us before the game about the importance of getting good kickers into the side when they do look at their list, because they are ranked 18th for kicking efficiency. It's been the story of the entire year and their downfall, really.
Yeah, and I think they lack those half-back damaging players we're talking about. And until they find probably 2 of them, really, they're going to be in a similar position. I don't think they can win a flag or press for a flag without 2 damaging Jack Sinclair types that can give you some energy off half-back. Hollands has been tried there and has been hit and miss at times. Most of their damage comes from overlap handball. So Vossi's hamstrung with how he can coach this group, because I think he coaches to handball. He needs a couple of kickers so he can elevate his coaching and the freedom that they can play with.
From a Bombers perspective, the season probably can't end soon enough. Unfortunately, they've got a bonus game next week against the Gold Coast Suns to see out their season, what has been a really taxing year with injuries and personnel issues. But Zach Merrett in game number 250 continues to set the standard, to be the beacon of hope. And Joey, so many times you would look out there at what the Bombers were doing and there was just one man doing everything, and that was Zach Merrett.
No, he stood out like a sore thumb, didn't he, with the skill level that he had out on that football field compared to a lot of others tonight. But we've seen this now for, we've shown some numbers, 7, 8, 10 years, that this is what he does. He is an absolute top liner of the competition. To play with a busted hand because he wanted to get out there to help his team in game 250 and just continue to give great effort and use the ball well. So I'm not sure what else we can say about Zach Merrett.
You talk about the busted hand. He had 9 tackles, and you saw him fling himself there to tackle a player to dispossess him. So that's someone that's showing some serious courage.
This game next week against the Gold Coast could get a little ugly. We know the Suns might put their foot down in the chase for a percentage boost, which you said on First Crack the other night could propel them into that 4th spot on the ladder. Brace yourself.
Yeah, it could get ugly because, as we said, it will be the final game of the home and away season. And Gold Coast, if results go as expected, will know exactly what they need to win by to maybe finish 4th on the ladder to jump ahead of Collingwood and potentially Hawthorn if they can upset Brisbane. So they will know, and they'll be, foot to the throttle. The Gold Coast Suns, they will be trying to make sure that they do everything they can to finish top 4. So a game where everyone else that's out of finals is already on their Mad Monday, Wacky Wednesday, and Essendon have to front up on the Gold Coast against the rampant Suns. It could be messy. And
probably in a position too where they won't want to take risks with any player. So do you get Durham to come back in next week, or
No.
you just say no,
Yeah.
just have a spell?
Even Zach Merrett with his
I was
hand.
about to say, with Merrett, you've got the 250 out of the way, did it in front of a home crowd. Do you now say that's enough for you, Zach? And if that's the case, they'll have no leadership up there whatsoever on field because they are decimated. I mean, this is the longest injury list I can ever remember it at a footy club. So what sort of outfit are you taking to the Gold Coast, and how competitive can you possibly be with half of your best team not there?
It's honestly whoever's available.
Yep.
It might just be whoever is available and fit to play and take the field will get selected.
I don't think you can take them out because there's no one to come in.
That's what I mean. That's the difficulty.
There's no one. They've got one player, haven't they, to select from outside of the current crop. So they've tried everyone. It could get really... I think you said 40 points is the margin.
It'll be round, depending how... It's something like
something
that.
around there.
Yeah.
They're going to get there, aren't they?
Could.
Damien Hardwick must be